It's a Sunday matinee underneath the hot sun here on KKTV for the Rocky Mountain Vibes, trying to even up the series in the finale against the Grand Junction Jackalopes. If the Vibes repeat last night and they win, they even up the series. But if the Jackalopes take this one, it's back-to-back setup wins for them in 6-game series for the first time this year as well. Jesse Cook with you next to Ethan Ibe on a packed Rocky Mountain pregame report. We've got a lot going on here in the next 15 minutes. So first of all, we're going to break down the 14-3 win that has the Vibes riding high after last night. We're also previewing the pitching matchup and the starting lineups later on in the show. But before all of that, we'll get to know about Otto Jones' path to the pros. Also, we have a sneak peek at the Doug Olchese Vibe Check interview, which you can also find in full on the Vibes YouTube page at Vibes Baseball Broadcast. Even more stuff going on. We'll get to know Carter Booth from his Content Day interview, and we've got highlights from last night's game. So let's start with that. 14-3, Ethan. The Vibes scoring each of the first 5 innings and then again in the 8th.
Yeah, after losing the first 3 out of the first 4 ball games in this series, yesterday was so badly needed. Going up 7-0 early is exactly what the Vibes needed to get back on the right track. Sam Linscott had another great day, 2 extra base hits, including his 6th home run of the season. We said we're going to hear from Carter Booth later on in the show. He had a 2-run triple as well. And how about Austin Chenard? Probably his most complete day at the dish, 4 RBIs, including 2 doubles.
And he's been efficient. Yes, his most complete day, but also his 3rd 3-hit game of the year. He gets the rest today. Otto Jones back behind the dish. We'll learn more about him in just a moment, but also the pitching. Nick Powers, 0 walks across his 6 innings of work, also strikes out 5. And how about Evan Kowalski out of the bullpen? His Vibes debut comes in, pitches 3 innings for the 3-inning save, shutout baseball for him, and also 5 more strikeouts, which is the total he had in his 3 appearances in Boise to start the season.
Yeah, well, if there's anyone you're looking to get you out of a rut that you're in, you have to go to your opening day starter, right? Nick Powers proved to be everything that the Vibes wanted him to be. Like you said, he was absolutely dynamic, working the off-speed in and out. He had Grand Junction off balance throughout the entire ballgame, and especially he neutralized that top quadrant of the lineup. 2, 3, 4, no hits.
Really great stuff from the Vibes pitching staff. Powers, with his 3rd win, keeps the Vibes within a half game of first place. And yesterday it was Austin Chenard behind the dish. Today it's Otto Jones. So let's get to know the Vibes catcher and how he got here. Already a fan favorite, catcher Otto Jones' path to the pros has felt like a sure thing.
It's hard to doubt Otto. I mean, he's very driven. It does. Let me put it this way: it doesn't surprise me.
The kid just loves baseball, so I knew when there were still opportunities to play, he was going to find a way to get that done.
Otto had to fight his way through a tryout pool of scores of players. Basically, if we filled up every single seat in the section behind me, that would equal the same number of players going up against him in the tryouts. Even after that, even after being selected 5th overall by the Vibes, he still had to outwork 2 more players in training camp just to make that last roster spot.
I kind of went into it with a different approach. I kind of just saw it as, like, this could be my last time wearing cleats and pants, so I was just happy to be out there.
The Arvada native also has a sort of home field advantage.
That I was wishing I got to come out here and play on this field. I was a little kid with my glove in the stands, wishing I was out there. So it's super cool to be playing on the same field that I came to watch when I was little.
He went to his first Rockies game when he was 6 weeks old. I'm a Colorado kid. I was born and raised in Colorado. So for him to play for a team that exemplifies everything cool about Colorado is really special.
Otto's work ethic made it no surprise that the Colorado kid wound up on Colorado's team.
He loves the practice and the craft as much as the game itself.
I don't care how many kids are there. I know no one was going to work harder than Otto did.
It's also really, really fun to think about him as a little guy playing all over the state of Colorado and then landing here.
And now that he's here, the fans are chanting his name.
It means the world to me. Definitely do hear it. I try to tone it out as much as possible, but super cool experience.
From only about an hour away, Otto is at home in Colorado Springs. That was tons of fun getting to know Otto and his family and his high school coach, Brad Madden. It's always interesting to see how these guys find their form.
Absolutely it is, and it's great to see a local guy like Otto Jones thriving here in the Springs, and hopefully with him in the lineup today, he can have a great ball game in front of his parents.
Yeah, he's been playing great. His family, really, really nice people. Let's shift gears. Someone who hit the ground running on his entrance into Colorado Springs, left-handed reliever Doug Olchese, came in from the traveling Black Sox crew that the Vibes saw in the preseason, and pitched well enough to gain the favor of Les Lancaster. So let's get a sneak peek of our long interview with Doug that you can find on the Vibes YouTube. Another episode of Vibe Checks coming at you with Doug Olchese.
We were here, I threw in the game. He said, hey, keep your phone on, I'm gonna give you a call. And I was like, yes, sir. Les called me and said, hey, how quickly can you get here? And I said, I'm looking at flights right now. And I had no idea about indie ball. And he was like, hey, are you still trying to pursue professional baseball? And I was like, wait, that's an option? Yes. I was at spring training and I've got off the mound and I was just grabbing my arm and I was like, ooh, this is not right in here.
Oh, well, what about that? When's the last time you ran the bases in a game?
12 years ago.
12 years?
Sophomore year of high school. My junior year, my high school coach looked at me and said, hey, outfielders are going this way, pitchers are going this way. Which way are you going? I said, which way do you want me to go? He said, you're going to go this way. So I walked that way, and I just hear a voice yell out from behind me, and don't look back.
That is easily one of the funniest interviews we've had so far this season. And you can go watch the full thing on YouTube at Vibes Baseball Broadcast. Hey, while you're at it, go subscribe as well, but he might be the funniest guy in this team.
Seriously, he is a true character, and I know he keeps things light in the bullpen, Jesse.
Absolutely he does. Tons of fun talking to Doug. But we also got to know Carter Booth, who is on a hot streak. So take a look at this interview from Content Day.
More Content Day action here with Vibe Checks with Carter Booth. We've got our outfield all situated here. What's it like traversing real grass?
Oh man, this grass out here has been really fun to play on, practice on, and pretty bigger park than I've played on in the past, so I'm looking forward to covering a lot of ground out there.
Well, I know our groundskeeper Colin is critically acclaimed throughout the Pioneer League, so glad we get to see you guys in action on this stuff.
Definitely.
Do you play in a lot of turf fields in college, or is it more grass?
The community college I went to, we played on a turf field there, and then ever since that, it was mostly natural surfaces.
So what's that change like? Ball hops a little lower, a little less predictably?
Yeah, especially in grass like this, you'll get a little bit of the snaking action where it kind of weaves in and out. It doesn't really just go straight at you like turf would, I guess.
Probably feels a little more natural, though.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Better on the feet, too.
Yeah, definitely understand that. Remember last year in the Frontier League, we had an all-turf field, and just going out to watch the guys during batting practice was murder on the feet, even though it was very well maintained.
Right.
But Colorado Springs, you can't beat the views here either. What's been the biggest change for you coming out here?
Honestly, being a Northwest kid, I'm from Seattle, so a lot of the views are pretty similar, but I mean the mountains can't really compare anything to those mountains over there, so just being able to see that from the outfield is pretty special.
Yeah, Cascades just a little bit lower than the Rockies.
Oh yeah.
And now that you're out here, have you done any exploring in the area?
Yeah, I actually went through and walked around Garden of the Gods, and that was a really fun experience. And other than that, just kind of soaking in all the views around town.
What has you most excited for the start of the season?
Just getting back into the competition. That's what really drives me, and so I'm really looking forward to that.
Are you prepared for swarms of fans asking you for your autograph on miniature baseball cards?
Yeah, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. We'll see how it goes.
Can we get your first Vibes autograph
of
the new season right here on your nameplate?
Let's do it.
Carter Booth, first season of Pro Ball, and we are really happy to have you here.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you.
Carter Booth is on a tear. He's second in the league in hits right now, so great talking to him and seeing what his insight was before the season started.
Absolutely. He has been the prototypical leadoff man for Les Lancaster, right at the top of the lineup, a guy who sets the table for all the big power bats in the middle.
And you mentioned it earlier, 2-run triple yesterday. He is on a tear. Let's take a look and a listen back to what happened in yesterday's game, a 14-3 Vibes win.
The 1-1. He lunges, picks this one out, deep right center field. That's a gapper. Clark ranging over. He slides in, and he gloves it. Welcome back, Kellen Clark. What a snag. Zaborowski with the 1-2 count. Nods. Pitching from the middle of the rubber. Here it is. Swinging a high drive left field and straight away. Ewell turns back towards the fence. He looks up. That ball is gone. A second chance gift, and Sam Linscott makes no mistake. It's 2-0 Vibes. Nobody out. Bottom of the first. 2-1, cracked to deep left field. Ewell goes back. That one's behind him, all the way to the wall. 1 run scores in Laura. Kieber bursts around third. He gets the green light. He's waved home. The play at the plate is high and offline, and he scores. Chenard starts towards third, but holds up at second with a 2-run double. It is 6-0 Rocky Mountain.
In the air, left center field. This one's pretty crushed. Going back on it, Linscott battling the sun, leaps up. Did he make the catch? I don't know if he made the catch, but Linscott is down on the track in left field. Right now, Kaufman is rounding third base. They called him out. He made the catch. Sam Linscott, Superman in left field. Infield in for Grand Junction. The pitch. Swinging the ball lifted out towards right field, going back Scavato. This one is over his head and to the wall. 2 runs are going to score. Chenard and Garcia are in. Booth all the way to third. The throw there is not in time. 2-run triple by Carter Booth. Clark today already 2 hits in his return to the lineup. Scored last inning. He's got Booth at third base. Here's the pitch. Swinging the ball roped into right field for a base knock. How about a 3-hit ball game in the return of KC? In to score Booth from third. 12-3. The Vibes lead it.
Nods home to Austin Chenard. Deals the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Evan Kowalski, 4 strikeouts in 2 innings, and he KOs the side. The 0-1. Swung on and belted deep to right field. Going back is Scavato at the fence. That one is up, and it careens off the middle of the wall. Kieber speeds around third. He scores. Tofflin gets the stop sign at third, and Chenard is into second with his second double of the game, and it's a 10-run Vibes lead, 13-3, with just 1 away in the bottom of the 8th. Next pitch, cracked out towards short. Kieber waits on it. He has it, throws to second. Garcia grips it, and that's the ball game.